Hi, here's our question on indices. We're asked to evaluate this without the use of a calculator. So, first of all, let's rewrite this. 4 squared is actually 16, and if we're raising something to a negative index, we can just write it as the inverse, so that'll be 1 over 16, and this is actually the fourth root of 1 over 16. So we can rewrite this as 1 over 16, and we take in the fourth root. And 9 raised to the power of 3 over 2 is the same as 9, the square root of 9, and we'll cube that. And our denominator, we can simplify. This is like taking the square root of a quarter. It is, in fact, taking the square root of a quarter. We'll take the square root of 1, which is 1, and the square root of 4, which is 2. So this evaluates to a half. Our next step is to evaluate what is the fourth root of 16. We know the fourth root of 1 is 1. The fourth root of 16 is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 16. So this evaluates to a half in the numerator. We know the square root of 9 is 3, and if we cube that, we get 27. And this is all divided by a half. This cancels with this to give us 27. Just to recap, we clear the brackets here using the law of indices by multiplying first what's in the brackets to get 16, and then taking the fourth root. We invert 16 so that we can have a positive index of a quarter instead of minus a quarter. Here we separate 9 to 3 over 2 as 9 to the half, and then that's cubed. Making it a lot easier to evaluate, and in the denominator we're taking the square root of a quarter. In fractions you take the square root of the numerator and also the square root of the denominator. This half, or this square root, applies to both numerator and denominator. That gives you a half. Cancels with a half from this expression, and we're left with 27. And here's another question on indices. We'll clear the brackets here to give us 5 to the 6th power times 5 to the 5 over 6. And like before, we have a negative index, so we can take the inverse of 4, which is 1 over 4, and now we can apply the index of a positive index now to both numerator and denominator. This we can simplify further. We have the same base of 5, so now we can write the base 5 and add the indices, and that gives us 6 over 6, which is 1. 5 to the raised to the 1 is 5, so we can leave that like that. And in the denominator we have the square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2, so it's 5 divided by a half, which evaluates to 10. So, just to recap, we clear the brackets. Because we have the same base of 5, we can add the indices, and that gives us a whole number, 5 raised to the 1, which is 5. In the denominator, we want to evaluate a positive index, so we take the inverse of 4, which is a quarter, and now we have a positive index, which is to raise a quarter to the half, which means taking the square root of both the numerator and denominator, and that gives you a half. So we have 5 divided by a half, it gives us 10. And that's it. My name is Alistair. If you have any questions or comments, please send them to me. Don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye for now.